Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. COP declares that Central Kingston will not be a crime hotspot in 2022. Following a flare-up of violence in Central Kingston recently, some of which have been linked to family feuds, the police have issued warning to criminals that they will not allow them to turn the area into a crime hotspot in the new year. The warning came after several persons, including 10-year-old Tyrell, were killed by gangsters in several communities across central Kingston. A 48-hour curfew was imposed in the area hours after Tyrell's killing on Thursday. In speaking to residents of the area on Friday, Operations Officer for the Area 4 Police Network, Senior Superintendent Steve McGregor, assured them that the police will be maintaining a strong presence in the area. Montego Bay Mayor condemns murder of municipal cop and uncle. Montego Bay Mayor and Chairman of the St. James Municipal Corporation, SJMC Leroy Williams, has condemned the brutal killing of 34-year-old municipal police officer Jermaine Evans and Evans' uncle 46-year-old Peter Stewart in St. James on New Year's Eve. Evans was a municipal police officer at the SJMC since 2018. He was attacked while he was traveling to work along with his uncle on the Friendship Main Road on Friday. Again, crime had reared its ugly head into our beloved parish of St. James. This morning, one of our hard-working and law-abiding municipal police officers was viciously attacked and killed. As the mayor, I must condemn this act of barbarism, and I want to call on the security forces to leave no stones unturned until the perpetrator or perpetrators have been brought to justice, said Williams, in response to the shocking development. He described Evans as a productive worker. From all accounts, Jermaine Evans was a very hard-working and dedicated municipal police officer. Our municipal police officers are saddened and traumatized by what occurred on Friday morning, added Williams. The police reported that about 8 a.m., Stewart was a passenger in the Toyota motor car that was being driven by Evans along the Friendship Main Road heading towards Montego Bay, when another vehicle with several men on board pulled up alongside them. The men, who were armed with guns, opened fire at Evans and Stewart, hitting them both multiple times before escaping from the scene. The police were alerted on their arrival. Both men were seen in the vehicle with gunshot wounds to their upper bodies. Evans and Stewart were rushed to hospital, where they were both pronounced dead. No motive have yet been established for the attack. Cousins among 3 killed in Westmoreland on New Year's Day. 2 of the 3 men who were killed when gunmen struck in 2 separate incidents in Westmoreland on New Year's Day were reported the cousins. The deceased are 23-year-old Derek Sterling of a retreat address in Negril, Westmoreland, and cousins 22-year-old Tajay Stewart and 29-year-old Damar Martin, both of Cornwall Mountain, also in Westmoreland. In the first incident, the police reported that about 12:30 a.m. on Saturday, Sterling was driving a motorcycle along the Sheffield Main Road in Negril when he was allegedly shot by a pillion who was traveling on another motorcycle. Sterling was assisted to hospital where he died. 2 hours later, gunmen struck in the rural community of Cornwall Mountain. According to the police, Stewart and Martin were leaving a property sometime after 2 a.m. when they were shot and killed by armed men. The police were summoned and both men were seen suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. No motive has yet been established for either attack. Meanwhile, several individuals took to social media sites to express shock of the killing of Stewart and Martin, who they said were cousins. Among those expressing their griefs was Martin's wife, who shared a video of herself and her partner in brighter days. Westmoreland recorded 128 murders for 2021 in comparison to 80 of the year before. A state of emergency that was imposed in the parish for 14 days to stem the unslaughtering of hoodlums was not extended because of the failure to gain support from opposition members of the Senate in late November. New Year finds woman charged with fatal stabbing of 66-year-old man. A St. Thomas woman rang in the new year in police custody after she was booked on Friday with the murder of an elderly man who died in hospital a week after being allegedly stabbed by her during a dispute. Priscilla Rowe, a 33-year-old resident of Friendship Pen, St. Thomas, is charged with the murder of 66-year-old Milton McPherson a transportation assistant of Tomlin Morant Bay, also in the parish. Police reports are that on Sunday, December 12 at about 10:30 a.m. in Duane Pen, St. Thomas, Rowe and McPherson were engaged in an altercation over payment for services. The dispute reportedly escalated to the point where the woman allegedly used a pair of scissors to stab McPherson in his neck. He collapsed and was transferred to hospital, where he was admitted in critical condition and succumbed to his injuries on December 19. A probe was subsequently launched, resulting in Rowe's arrest on Friday of last week, the last day of 2021. The police said Rowe's court date is being finalized. Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson shared his New Year's message.
With every end comes a new beginning and new opportunities to challenge ourselves to be better individuals and to do more to inspire the confidence of our public. Throughout 2021, many of you demonstrated the zeal, professionalism, and energy that continues to inspire this confidence. You have risen to the challenges, especially with the growing demands for police services and the accompanying constraints of an evolving global pandemic. Even as we surged in September 2021, it was your focused effort that resulted in an 8% reduction in serious crimes. At the same time, we recorded a 13% increase in the number of illegal weapons seized, with over 700 weapons removed from the hands of criminals. Despite the violence that permeates our society, we have remained as committed as we have ever been to saving lives and giving hope to victims of violence. We are acutely aware of the increase in murders over the same period, as gang violence increased in some of our more vulnerable communities. Going into 2022, we will continue to advocate for the legislative reforms, the resources, and the tools that we know are effective in reducing violence. We will commit to continuing our part as we work towards getting better at what we do, even as we continue this advocacy. We have been on a path of building an organization members and the public can be proud of. Last year was no different as we advanced our transformation journey. Over the 2021 to 2022 fiscal period, we will recruit more police officers than has ever been done before. This will alleviate some of the shortages that we know exist in divisions and formations. With the reopening of the Tranquility Bay and Harmon Barracks training facilities, as well as the addition of the Camp Verley facility, we are now able to train more cohorts simultaneously and consistently. As we expanded our force recruitment, we also strengthened our supervisory, management, and leadership capacity through the vetted selection, training, and elevation of members from both the rank and file and gazetted ranks. The accelerated promotion, the high potential detective training, and the promotional study programs will continue as we expand the pathways to promotion. Last year, some 316 members were elevated, while others are being processed and will be promulgated in the coming weeks. We recognize that while we recruit and elevate our people, we must also create the environment for them to deliver the best service to the public. To this end, we embarked on a rigorous process of implementing the ISO 9001 quality management system at the Doheny Park and Matilda's Corner police stations, as well as our Police Emergency Control Center. We are well advanced in this process and only last month successfully completed the Stage 1 audit of the certification process. Ahead of this audit, we undertook major adjustments to our existing service standards and operational processes to meet the needs and expectations of our customers, whilst engaging and empowering our members to be more consistent in the delivery of these standards. In this new year, we will advance into Stage 2 of the process and will continue to improve our service standards as we build a culture of quality within the organization. We are creating the quality service model that will be replicated across the force in the years to come. One of the benchmarks of our service delivery has been our ability to adequately and promptly respond to situations requiring our attention. Last year, we continued to see the benefits of a fit-for-purpose fleet as our rapid interceptions of robberies and other crimes across the country resulted in lives saved and the apprehension of violent criminal suspects. The integration and expansion of police databases to include the Smart Check, computer-aided dispatch, the vehicle tracking system, and the real-time access that is now facilitated continues to enhance our operational efficiency during police-citizen interactions. The expansion of the quick response teams across the Kingston metropolitan region has also bolstered our response efforts, enhancing public safety and renewing the confidence of the public in our ability to protect and keep them safe. Our thrust to improve the work environment for our members continued in earnest in 2021, with the renovation of 78 police facilities, 51 of which were completed. Members and citizens alike have greater access to comfortable and safe spaces to interact and access various services through resource centers located at some of the newer police facilities. One of the services we also expanded was counseling and intervention through the expansion of the domestic violence intervention centers across the country. Last year, 6 new centers were commissioned, bringing the total to 10. Trained members of the JCF, pastors, justices of the peace, and other professionals have intervened in several conflicts, settling long-standing disputes and preventing acts of violence in the process. We recognize that central to any organizational transformation are our members. We will continue to invest in their development and their welfare. We will not relent. We will continue to engage our stakeholders as we forge even stronger partnerships. We will continue on the path of transformation to create a modern, connected, and efficient police force. This year, we will continue the expansion of the quick response teams island-wide. We will commence pilot projects for the case management and station records management systems. We will expand our use of technology and integrated databases, and in the coming weeks, we'll move towards an automated traffic ticketing system. We will advance our infrastructural projects, particularly the construction and renovation of additional police facilities, and we will increase our emphasis on the procurement of a standardized uniform kit and equipment to improve the quality of life of our members. As we focus on these initiatives for the new year, there are other things that we must do and do consistently in 2022. We must set higher standards for ourselves. This is how strong characters are built. We must serve with pride, pride in self and pride in the environment and communities within which we work. We must create a culture of accountability and integrity if we are to be efficient and respected by those we serve. We must seize opportunities to do good. We are in a unique position to improve people's lives, and we must observe the law even as we enforce it. Today, let us look forward to 2022 with tenacity, hope, and enthusiasm as we continue to build a stronger force for good.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.